Hi, friends. Welcome to Success Tips. This is where we give you some free success tips to keep you going through the month. And this is the month of June. So we do it every other week. You can come here on Wednesday evenings and you can get some secret tips from those who have had success in their life. You may be wondering, who am I? And why would I be talking about this particular subject? Well, I am Dr. April Brown, and I am Executive Vice President of Coaching here at Destiny Global. And as you can tell, I have my doctorate. So that's kind of what I'm going to be talking about, because when you think of success, you would think of somebody who has reached the pinnacle of success, has been somebody who has gotten the highest form of education. And that's what I thought too. I thought that, I got my bachelor's and that was actually very, very meaningful for me. But when I went to go get my master's, because that was like at the time, especially my siblings or really anybody in my family besides one uncle that had gone to get his master's, actually became a doctor, so he was a medical doctor, that there hadn't really been that in my family. So when I got my master's, I thought that would be kind of a pinnacle of success for me. I thought that I would feel extremely successful and that there would be this magic thing that happened where I would have so much confidence just exuding out of my ears and eyeballs and everything. And then I got my master's. And nothing happened. None of those feelings happened that I was the pinnacle of success. And so I began to learn some things through that. And then I went on to get my doctorate. And that didn't dictate that I would get, maybe it's my doctorate. Maybe when I get my doctorate, I will feel this pinnacle of success and this confidence that will just all of a sudden bubble out inside of me. That didn't happen either. So there are three things that I began to learn about success. And those are the three things that you didn't know. And I didn't know. I didn't know before all of this. I didn't know there were these three things that I didn't know about the pinnacle of success. That's what I'm going to talk to you about. What are those three things that I began to learn when getting my master's wasn't it, when getting my doctorate wasn't it, when getting all of those skills that I went on to actually, after my master's, I went on to get my license for professional counseling. I thought that would be the pinnacle. I wanted that since I was 16 years old, so I could go and help people, but that didn't do it. I had to get 2,000 hours of client face-to-face contact. Well, 1,000 of that was face-to-face contact, and another 1,000 was like filing insurance or writing notes or anything that I did around having those clients. My internship, like 2,000 hours. That was a lot of hours, and then I had to go take a test, and I thought passing that test, that would be the pinnacle. So there were moments in my life that I thought this was going to be the pinnacle. This was it. This was what was going to dictate that I had achieved success in my life, and I just didn't feel it. And so what is that? Right now, what do you believe that pinnacle of success is? That if you get this, if you just achieve this, that everything else will fall into place. All the problems that you have will just kind of dissipate, and you will feel so successful. You will feel like you've achieved what you set out to achieve, that you could feel proud of yourself. You will feel like everybody else just sees that in you and believes in it. Again, that's not what happens. Have you had that experience? Have you had that thing that you thought that if I just get this, if I just did this job, or if I just got this degree, or if I just had this certification, or if I just had this, I will feel successful. And then that feeling didn't come. And the disappointment came to replace those feelings that you thought that you would have because you didn't have those feelings. Have you ever experienced that before? It's actually, this disappointment hit me so bad after my master's. I actually went into depression because of the level of disappointment that I had. That I didn't have that feeling of achievement that I thought that I would have. So this is a lesson that I learned from that. After getting my doctorate, after getting my license for professional counseling and other certifications, and even becoming a coach, I went and got I went to two programs to go get my coaching certification. And those didn't do it. And I began to learn something that was very crucial. That it's not a destination. That success is not a destination. It's not the thing that you're reaching for and seeking to achieve. That's not it. That's not where success comes from. The pinnacle isn't a place or a destination. The pinnacle is actually, it's a pattern. It's a pattern that you develop over an extended period of time to continue to achieve any goals that you have in your life. Whatever those patterns that you have set and established in your life to get you to where you want to go, and that at the end of it, even the smallest thing that you achieve because you set your mind to it to get to a dream or a goal or a vision, and you achieve that's when we should have that feeling of success. That's when we should have that feeling that we overcame something. So when I just had that it's all about getting my degree. And then it went to the next destination. Have you ever been on a trip where the kids are going, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? That's what we do when we're looking for the destination. That's what kids do. They're looking and they're so excited for the destination that they forget about the journey. They forget about that they have this opportunity to be inside of a contained space with their parents. Kids want to have time with their parents. They want that alone time, that special alone time, and they're always looking for it. But when they get inside of a car, they're like one out of the car. So oftentimes what we want, we don't realize it when we have it. We don't realize the thing that we should value is right in front of us. And that we should value that time and what really is important. When we get to the end of our life, what is really going to be important? Is it really going to be that I have my master's? That I have my doctorate? That I get to be called, that people call me Dr. April Brown? Is that what's going to be at the end of my life? That's going to be the most important thing, and say, well, I'm really glad I got that doctorate degree that everybody called me Dr. April Brown for all of my life? Or is it going to be the memories and the times and all of the things that we achieved along the way that were probably those little things that we actually were present in our life and in somebody else's life, when we created a memory and we created actually even support and transformation in someone's life because we were present, because we listened, and we have this amazing relationships where everybody is gathered around at our last times trying to tell us that how much we impacted their life. I had this in my mom. I saw this at the end of her life. She not only taught me how to live, but she taught me how to die. That to live is Christ and to die is gain. And that's how she actually lived. So that people came in from all over and knowing and hearing that she was in her last days. They would come continually in and out of the house to come and tell the impact that she had. They invited her to come to church, even in her weakest moment, going to church so that they could stand up before she left this earth to tell the impact that she had. And in the church, there was standing room only because people were there to pay their respect. She wasn't wealthy. She didn't go and do like crazy, amazing stuff that you would think of success, but she poured into people. And at the end of her days, she can say that she lived her life to the fullest because of how she poured into people. And it is those patterns in our life, those things that we do that are in consistent alignment with between what you believe and who you are becoming, who you become. That's when you know that you're at your pinnacle. When all of those things come into alignment, what you believe, who you want to become, the values that you have, what you want to build, what your vision is, and those things come to fruition because of the patterns that you live out in your life day to day, the smallest of patterns, the smallest of choices that you make. So ask yourself, are you succeeding on purpose or just surviving through performance? Ask yourself that. Are you being intentional and on purpose with your purpose? Are you being intentional with what you believe and your values are and who you want to become? The person that you want to become? Here at Destiny Global, we teach that real success is daily decisions done in alignment with your purpose. The pinnacle is lived out in your discipline, not just your dreams. It's your daily discipline, the patterns in your life that will take you to the place of success and where you will feel success because you find yourself with your values, with your dreams, with your vision. Number 2, your capacity grows before your compensation. So, what does that mean? You don't get paid for your potential. Listen to that. You don't get paid for your potential. You get paid for your personal growth, your personal development, the skills that you acquire. And oftentimes that doesn't come in however many degrees that you have. It often can come in personal development skills, how you can understand people, how you can talk to people and based on who they are, not on who you are. It is a very, very good skill to have, to understand people, to be able to communicate with people. That is a high set level of skill. That dictates success. So if you feel like you're not where you want to be yet, that's okay. That's okay. It's not about where you are, it's about where you're going. It's about the trajectory of where you're going. It's not a setback if you're not where you want to be right now. It's a setup for building your capacity. It's an opportunity to grow. So when I coach entrepreneurs, families, moms, wives, I often say, you never out-earn your mindset. You have to grow your mindset. So build the person that is you, and the payoff will follow. And you will become you will get to a place where you will look at your life, you won't even recognize it, and you will be becoming the person that you've always wanted to be. You'll be the person that's not reacting to situations, but you're responding to situations. You will have levels of skill sets that you never thought possible, of patience that you never thought possible, of self-control that you never thought possible. Do these sound familiar? Of faithfulness and gentleness, love, joy, that peace which surpasses all understanding. You'll have those, and you won't even recognize all that happened in the past because you were continually reacting from past experiences and things that created inside of you that fight or flight. You'll begin to actually become the person that can respond the way you desire. And not after you've had a situation and come back, and then that situation, you realize like, oh, I could have done that better. You'll actually learn how to do conflict resolution in those situations and take out your ego. That's what personal development and growth, and it will pay off abundantly in your relationships, in business, with your spouse, with your children. It's a very powerful thing. And the third thing is influence, is the pinnacle currency. It's not followers. It's not finances. It's not fame. The real test of success is how well you elevate others, how well you raise up leaders. Can your success multiply in others, or does it end with you? Are you building a legacy for yourself and for your family? At Destiny Global, through our training, either here at Success Tips, we have Life Map, we have events. We teach people to become transformational leaders, whether it's in their homes, their businesses, and their communities. We teach them to become leaders, and leaders don't just dictate to people, they actually raise up other leaders to become the best that they possibly can be. That means what you model matters. It matters more than what you market. It matters more than what you're selling and your product. What you are modeling and teaching and showing to others is what brings success, is the actual pinnacle of success. When others look at you as a leader of leaders that raises up leaders, that's the pinnacle of success. Not the destination, not the place that you're going, not some high achievement, but whether you have helped to raise up other leaders. So here's my challenge to you. Stop chasing the pinnacle of success and start building the pattern. Grow your capacity, protect your alignment, and elevate others to a whole different level. Because that is where true success lives. That's where the pinnacle of success. That's where you, inside of you, know that you have achieved, and you have that feeling of the pinnacle of success. When you can look back and you can see the transformation in the lives around you, that's the pinnacle of success. That's the pattern of success. If this helped you today in any way, share it, tag someone. who needs to hear this. If you know someone who this is like they're just looking for that pinnacle and they don't get it and they keep getting disappointed, tag someone here. And let's keep building a life of purpose and power together. I appreciate you. Thanks for joining. And let's go to the pinnacle of success. See y'all next time.